Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Now, I wasn't going to post any videos today. I was just going to do the live streams to make sure that with one fan down, that we could handle it until the new cooling system arrived. And then I was going to post more videos tomorrow. But someone seems to have decided to piss me off even more. Hold on a moment. And go through the trouble of issuing a false legal threat. So let's begin. This is from the douchebag who claimed, which by the way, the copyright claims have been rescinded. But I wanted statement of, intent, why it happened and all that stuff from his own mouth. Not just from YouTube telling me that they were manual claims. Because as you all know, YouTube actually has a copyright office that you can call. This is how Team 4-Star got their channel back up in about 48 hours after it got taken down by a bunch of fraudulent strikes. So, this much said, and this is also why Team 4-Star now has to space out their episodes so fucking far, is because they have to wait for copyright stuff to pass through to make sure that their episode, that if they post up another episode, it doesn't get copyright hit, and that they can continue to post stuff. So, from Peter Chao. Hi. I'm curious as to why you didn't come back to the email since your concern was business related. Bullshit. My concern was the fact that you attacked me for free enterprise and attempt to steal money from me, which according to YouTube's copyright office, the copyright claim in question was manually done. That either means you had a bot do it, you had big frame company do it, or you did it yourself manually. But someone had to go in and fill out the form, not an automated system. I wasn't expecting to be harassed on social media with a barrage of passive-aggressive tweets. I'm assuming you mean passive-aggressive. Well, no, I barraged you on Twitter with a direct question as to why you were doing it and were you going to return the money that you stole. So yes, here's all the tweets. Here's everything I've tweeted in the last, let's just go back a couple of days. I'm pretty pissed off at this point when he's sitting there saying it's not his fault. No, it's completely your fault. These are all manually claimed. This was a manual claim on my channel. You had to issue this manually, or you had to have a bot do it, or what have you. But you had to do this yourself. So there's that. So, the glitch was on YouTube's end. Again, I've already stated, I talked to YouTube's copyright office on the phone. Please include a screenshot of your claims so we can release them immediately. They've already been released. I will block you on Twitter because I have found your unprofessional method of dealing with this issue to be harmful and detrimental to the YouTube community. No. See, harmful and detrimental is what you're doing, Peter Chao. Hate to break it to you. What I'm doing is getting your attention real quick and in a hurry and in a very public way. To say, this is happening to me. I want it stopped. If I'd contacted you privately, you would have likely ignored me. Because apparently that has been the response according to some people here in the comment section, which, wow, your comment section fucking exploded, and only 2 of them are from me. Or at least from my channel. The rest of it is a bunch of people who now hate your guts. But moving on. Now, my response. My unprofessional method works. Besides, why would I keep something private when it is clearly on your end and manual claims? I called YouTube to verify this. I accuse him of lying through your teeth, or someone having access to his account, or his multi-channel network doing this. Now, here's his next thing. That's all fine. I encourage you to continue with name-calling. Whether your unprofessionalism works or not is completely irrelevant. I am willing to work with you in releasing these wrongful claims. Unfortunately, you're not helping me. Are you going to provide the screenshot in your next email or continue your thinly veiled threats? I have no issue with you, and 99% of the wrongful claims that went out have been resolved. Please cooperate in providing links and screenshots and release any wrongful claims on your channel. Okay. My stuff's already dealt with. I stated that to you on Twitter. Apparently you ignored the statement on Twitter that I said, thanks for releasing the claim, are you going to return the money? Because you made the claim on a day Here's the thing. You made the claim on the day before AdSense calculated. The claim wasn't released until Sunday, the day after. Which means the money went to your account unless Google has fixed that glitch. You've been paid for all the claims you made. And this isn't 3 hours. Is this all from today? This is all from today. Since my computer's been in the shop and then got home. Now, here's the interesting part. And here's the part where I know there's a huge problem with Mr. Chao because he doesn't understand how legal recourse works. To whom it may concern, my name is Logan and I serve as Peter Chao's legal representation. You can't do that for 2 reasons. This is still Peter Chao's email. Not you as a legal representing attorney's email. You cannot contact me with your client's contact devices. You can't contact me with your client's email, with his phone number, anything. You have to contact me with your legal office's email, phone number, all that information. Second off, you as a lawyer cannot state your name as Logan. You have to state your name as Logan, last name, attorney at law. And then usually you have a statement somewhere in this email that says what state you represent from. But I'll go over that in a second. I am emailing from Peter Chao's personal account to maintain visibility on this ongoing email thread. Bullshit! You should have emailed from your email and then included Peter Chao as CC'd, or you should have had Peter Chao email you, email me, and CC so everyone's in the loop. Since this is not your legal email, this is not a legal binding issued statement. To preference, I am not affiliated with Big Frame in any way. However, I am happy to hear the claims have been released on your videos. Based on the Google's article of support, this is a claim. If you were privileged to monitor video, your monitor will be restored automatically when all your claims. That is not what happens. That's not how this works. Google does not automatically send the money back on the day in which it's calculated. It's still in the holder account, and if the legal claim is still on the copyright video, it still goes to the copyright claimant, not to the creator. You still stole the money. Because of your harmful and irresponsible actions, my client is under severe emotional duress, of which he is now recovering. If this is severe emotional duress for you, wow, why are you on the internet? As a matter of fact, going and watching your videos, I should report you for being racist against yourself, but that's beside the point. This is YouTube, hun. There are worse things said about you in the comment sections of some of your videos now than I have said in the entirety of our conversation. If you continue to harass my client in this manner, I will take into account that you've called Peter scum, including a variant of this term, numerous times via email and wrongly harassed him on Twitter via your personal account. I was hoping he would respond to me in a public way that would actually issue an apology and issue a statement of intent. I have asked for that several times publicly, that you state your statement of intent. That you come out and say, I'm doing XYZ to fix ABC. You have not only refused to do this, you're now attempting to threaten me with legal recourse. Here's the problem. You can't do that this way. But we'll keep going. I included in the email to him why he couldn't do that this way. I am available for chat by phone tomorrow morning. That's nice. You didn't give me a phone number. In this call, my goal is to determine if we can come to terms applicably or whether legal action should be taken. Thank you for my time, and I look forward to your response. Harassment may include. Yeah, harassment includes that. And I am making statement for the record. I am not making this statement for you guys to do anything with it. I do not condone nor support you guys doing anything other than understanding what is going on. Now, for my response, because I know how the law works well enough to know my legal rights. Ever since this Where's the Fair Use thing started, I started doing a lot of research. So, none of this is legally enforceable without the following information. 1. In cases of harassment, you must have a judge issue a request in order for me to stop, asking me to stop. This is required before you can take any legal action against me, including a lawsuit to sue me. 2. You must give me a police report number, department of the representing officer who took said report, and the officer's name and badge number, where I can then call that police office and get a copy of the report. 3, your bar representation number. That shows you have passed the bar at the state you have passed it in the legal office you have established. But that's why in all these legal forms and everything, you see these big, honking signatures that have like paragraphs of text and a symbol and all this stuff for that legal office. You have to have that when you issue legal statements. You have to tell me that you are actually a lawyer. You're showing proof you're a lawyer. You're showing what state you're a lawyer in. And you're giving the contact information for me to call you or send an email or talk to you. Without that, you're not a lawyer. You're some dude named Logan. Which brings me to the next point. You, as a lawyer, must give your first and last name as an attorney, as well as any titles you possess, such as doctor, master, etc., to the person whom you are issuing a legal statement to, as well as to the person whom you are legally representing. 6, a certificate that says you passed law school. All that's in that legal information stamp that you have at the bottom of legally binding documents. It's all right there in fine print, spelled out for us, where we can read it. And while I'm at it, 7. You have to state the 6 of 7 points you mentioned in clear, defined context. That means you have to state the 6 of 7 points that I have apparently violated that cause harassment. You have to actually state those out. And then, on top of that, you must state the example in which I am violating those 6 of 7 points that you've called out that are defined as harassment. And you must also state the 7th point, which I have not yet violated. Failure to do the above 7 stated articles, the other 6 are restated below for your convenience. There they are. Makes this a threat, not a request, nor a warning of intent, but a threat to cause fear and cause the individual to stop doing an action without actually having any legal recourse, representation, or ability to pursue the desired action of suing someone for harassment. Please produce the 7 points, or you are in violation of the law that you are illegally threatening another citizen's rights, and have a responsibility to admit that you have not done any of the 7 underwritten requirements for harassment to be legally defined and justified. Furthermore, due to the status of us being in different states, the clause number 1 must be sent from a federal judge. Then clause number 2 must come from an FBI office. Since we are crossing state lines just by this communication, and therefore the only person who has jurisdiction is not here, is, well, the federal government. As an attorney, you should know all of this. Or as Peter Chao, you went and copied a bunch of legal jargon hoping to scare me and not actually knowing what buttons I can push and what I can do within the bounds of the law, as I've done nothing illegal. As Peter Chao as well, you have the right to block me on Twitter, which you have done. You have the right to stop talking to me. You have the right to block me on YouTube. You have the right to remove my ability to interact with you, and therefore withdraw from the interaction. You have every right to do that. I do it all the time. Somebody comes up and harasses me, block, done. Instead, you have continued the dialogue of your own willful disposition, and then attempted to threaten me with legal jargon without actually having the 7 points I have listed that back up said legal jargon. So sadly, Peter Chao, what you're doing is called illegal threats and intimidation. It is often referred to as coercion in the court of law, as well as referred to as willful assault via threats and verbal abuse. Oh, and let's not even begin to consider contempt of court, because you're now basically saying that you can issue a threat to sue me without first having talked to the police and talked to a judge and made sure that you can issue a threat to sue me, and then issued a cease and desist, which you have not done. Now, I am not going to endorse anything you guys want to do. If you want to leave it alone, you leave it alone. If you want to do something about it, you do something about it. I am relaying the information. What do I honestly think of this person? I think you all know my opinion. And I don't even have to state it. I mean, I'll give you some credit. You have some balls. However, I'm pretty sure that this is not a lawyer. Actually, I'm 100% sure that this is not a lawyer. And if this is a lawyer, they should be disbarred because they have literally broken the law and have broken the client-professional relationship that they are required under the bar to maintain. So great job, Peter Chao. If your lawyer actually did this, I should literally have your lawyer thrown in jail, and could do so within 24 hours if I wanted to call the police and have it done. But since your lawyer didn't leave any legal contact information, I don't actually even know who this is. Except for I'm pretty sure it's just Peter Chao pretending to be this person named Logan without actually knowing the law. Now, if I get information back that, meets these 7 points that I have listed out here in detail, because that's the 7 points that he has to provide now that he's issued this statement, then, yeah, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, where the fuck's the fair use? And where is the whole idea that you could just block me and be done with it and cease and desist the conversation? Oh, and what are you going to do about the money problem? Because you literally have taken from, let's see how many. There's negative 23. I'm assuming 23, because when I came over here, there was 0 dislikes. So, let's see, we got Black Ops Gamer, we got Creighton Howie, we got Iced Earth, whose video was actually private. We got Games and More channel Joe, we got Rob Cartman. What else we got here? I'm assuming he's done something against Clone, because holy shit, that's a long segment. We got Phoenix Rising Games, we got Kanamanamanam, we got Epic Flying Mad Dog. Wow, that's like angry. That's like Angry Joe levels of angry there, Joe. I think I ought to talk to you just because you have like enough rage in you to blow up small cities, man. I think I'm gonna have a conversation with him because that could be interesting. I might get a collaborator out of that. Yeah. So what are you gonna? You gonna issue a public statement on your channel? First off, an apology, and second off, an intent to make sure that all these people whom you've stolen money from, it's returned to them, and a public apology that says that, assuming that, you did actually steal money because you timed this just right to get it, but if you didn't, then I apologize, because I'm incorrect, and the money's actually been returned to the appropriate accounts. But you know what? I've got a method to find that out really, really, really hardcore. You see, that South Park video went live, or what was it? A few days ago. And I've got my analytics here. You have analytics? Right. I can go look up that video's analytics, can't I? Let's go have a look-see. Let's click on it here. And pause this ad. Report statistics. View more stats on just this one video, please. And last 30 days. So let's see here. Video goes live this day. And then plummets. And then goes back live. Okay. So it says I made 41 cents. Or 76 cents. I mean, it's pennies. I mean, it's the principle of the matter and the number of people you actually stole from, and it kind of adds up with the sheer number of folks that you stole from. But it's really just pennies. It's not a lot of money.
Disconnected.
I'm fully ready to admit that. But the sheer number of people you might have stolen from, can add up. Now, I actually believe I have the YouTube copyright claims in here. I do. So this came in on August 13th. this copyright claim. And this release came in on August 13th as well. Okay. So, oh wait, no. So all this came in on the 13th. I made 0 money on the 13th on this video. Okay. What did you have for views on the 13th there, Stick of Truth? That looks like views to me. That looks like a... Yeah. See, I made the video private afterwards, but 10 views should be something there. A cent, maybe. I'm not entertained. Now, I will say that YouTube's analytics might take another day or two to catch up and figure everything out, but I'm not actually entertained with this at all. I'm still kind of pissed. Actually, I'm barely holding back my extreme rage and displeasure. But, yeah. So, your whole, your whole statement seems very fishy here, Mr. Chao. I suggest you get your actual lawyer to talk to me. And not this, or get this Logan person to actually show they are a lawyer and show that you've taken these steps. Because if you haven't taken these steps, none of what has happened is legally binding. I know how harassment works. I've had to deal with it myself. And I know how hard it is to get to show a case for harassment, particularly over the internet. And I know how hard it is to get this kind of stuff done. So, just saying, man. Just saying. This would be so much easier if you just come clean and apologize. That's what I've asked for 3 times, was for you to come clean and apologize. And instead, you keep claiming it's YouTube's fault, and you keep claiming it's other people's fault, and you keep claiming that you did nothing wrong. I think you just got caught. So, here you go. Have fun. Talk to you soon. Hopefully, with an apology and an applicable understanding between each other. But you never know. Anyway, that's the Where the Fuck's the Fair Use today. I'm going to go get ready for you guys. This is a midnight live stream, so we can test out and make sure the system's okay while it's running with one of the fans not running until I can get the new coolant in. So, yeah, this is actually also the test video for that. In the meantime, I'll see all you guys later. And no, there's no wink at the end of